This is Hawk Outdoors. Man, and we're wild about fishing. I'm out here today. We're gonna be cleaning some fish. I thought I'd just do this quick YouTube video, show you a couple of ways that you can clean fish. Now, you've probably seen many videos about this. This is just another one of those videos, but it's the ones that I'm showing on how I generally go about cleaning my fish. There are a couple different ways that I do. First, because I had some friends, I have friends that all they eat are filleted fish. I have some friends that all they want is the fish with the bones in it. They want them whole. I got some friends that want fish with bones and the head still attached. And then, like me, I prefer butterfly. And that's pretty much a whole fish that's split down the middle. So I'm going to show you at least those three ways that I do these fish whenever I go out on my catch. Well, today I got a couple nice crappie that I caught just recently. Pretty nice size fish, about 10, 11 inches on these fish, and they're perfect size for either filleting, or you can either scrape them down, cut the heads off, leave the whole heads on, pull all the guts out, and that sort. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you how I get started. First of all, you need the best thing, to be honest, that will work with this is a nice solid tablespoon. Well, I don't have a tablespoon available to me right now, but what I do is I have this knife. Now, I've had this knife for several years. You couldn't cut the wind with this knife. It's so dull. And that's perfect for scaling fish. And this is all that I use it for. This is whenever I can't find this knife, I'm kind of upset, because this is my scraping knife. This is what I use to scrape the scales off the fish. So here we go. I'm going to show you real quick how I get started. Start at the base of the tail here. I don't know if you can see this. Just move a few of these slabs out the way so you can see. Had a really fun time catching fish the other day. It's early in the year, and I'm just happy to have had an opportunity to get out. Have an opportunity to get out and to catch some crappie. Ice out is early March. So what we do is we start at the base of the tail here, and you scrape up, and you scrape it, just scrape it with your, all the way up to the top of the head. You want to make sure you get all those scales on it. Flip it over on the other side, and scrape again. We'll make sure we're getting all of these scales. How's your day been today? Man, it's fantastic. The sun is out today. It's beautiful. Spring is right around the corner. And these fish are starting to move. If you haven't gotten out, some of the best days of the year can be the early spring if you know where to go and how to catch these fish. Now, after that, I take my handy fillet knife. You can use an electric knife if you want to do that. I like to use the regular fillet knife. What you do is you go behind the scale at the top. You want to get this top part of this head meat. So angle your blade all the way to the top, and then you want to cut around that gill plate like such. Cut around the gill plate, flip it over, same thing. Around that gill plate, you want to get all of that meat at the top of that head. You don't want to lose any of that. And actually, I don't have to. I just break it like this. I'm trying to be neat here, but cleaning fish is just no way to stay neat. Then I take my knife and stick it into the cavity that I made from where the guts. And then you just slice outward, away from your body. You don't never want to slice towards yourself. That's a good way to cut yourself. You can see that these fish here have eggs in them. Well, what you want to do now is you hold it open, take your finger, reach in there, and pull out all those guts or innards. Okay, move them to the side. Actually, I have a bucket here. I like to just put them in the bucket. I like to save some of those heads because I like to do a little catfishing a little later on, and those are perfect bait for catfish. Innards of crappie. So okay, I just cut these little fins off. Some people leave the pectoral fins and things on. I like to take them off. So I just have these, actually it's catfish skinners, but they make a really good snip. And then you just snip those right off. Right off to the side. Top fin here. Same way. Those come right off. See? Snap them right off. Like boom. Now you have a perfectly clean. I like to leave the tails on because I love to eat those tails. But you have a perfectly clean whole fish. What I do next after that is I like to score, and I do this now. That way I don't have to do them this time to eat. I can just wash them down and cut them. When you want to make some slightly diagonal line cuts across the body, one side like so, turn it over. Real simple. Watch them fingers. I have on these heavy duty gloves, so it's pretty safe. Couple more diagonal cuts here to the back. What that does is it allows your fish, if they're kind of thick, to cook a little faster, and that way you won't undercook your fish. Okay, and that's it. That's it for that one. We're gonna put him to the side. Here's another way that I like to do it. Involves, okay, we're gonna go ahead and scale him down too. But instead of, see, those scales come off real easy. We're gonna butterfly this one. Do it, scales come off real easily. So one thing about crappies, they don't have really hard scales. They come off pretty easily. Go down there. We'll make that cut again. Around the gill plate. The other gill plate and down. Grab your fish, break it, twist, pull out all those innards. Usually pretty easy. They generally come right out. To the side. Cut those little bottom fins off. Go in there again with your knife, away from you. Put it in that cavity and just cut it till you make an opening here. Okay. Trusty snips. And I like to use those to pop those bottom fins off. Top fin. Snap, real easy. All that's real easy. Alright, now we have our fish. Now with this one, we have it all scraped down and cleaned out. Now what we do is we get a trusty fillet knife. If you got a good fillet knife, sharp, just to make a few little cuts straight down. Now you open it up. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. You can see it. No, it's kind of gross, I understand that, but it's part of being you catch. What you want to do is take a good fillet knife and go alongside that middle bone. There's a hard middle bone that goes straight down the middle of the fish. Go off to the side and left or the right, it doesn't matter. But you just cut, and you cut along there. And what happens is it allows you to open the fish up. You go alongside that bone. One more cut here. Like so. Here. It's kind of giving me a little hard time, but just hold it. Hold it still and just cut. You might have to put a little pressure, but just watch your hand. So go along the rib cage of that bone. And there you go. Fish is just butterflied. I like eating them like this because you can get to all that meat in it. No waste at all. Open it up like that. This is ready for frying. And I think that's about it. All the other ways are pretty simple. I'm not going to do any filleting on these fish. That'll be in another video if you want to see that. But anyway, that's all I have for you. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for liking and subscribing to my channel. This is Hawk Outdoors, man. And we're wild about fishing, man. Y'all need to come join me again. See you next time.